So what is the national debt? When government spends more than it collects in taxes, it has to borrow the difference by selling interest-bearing IOUs, such as U.S. bonds. When a U.S. bank buys a $100 U.S. bond, it gets to loan out 10 times that amount. So the bank not only gets back the $100 plus interest from the federal government, it gets to loan out another $1,000 it doesn't have and charge additional interest. Banks are allowed to create this extra money out of thin air. So, banks aren't making only 6% interest, for example. They are really making over 1,000% interest. That's why bank buildings are the biggest in every town on the planet. This system of lending way more than you have is called fractional reserve lending. Almost all our money is created by banks, lending it to people, to companies, or to government. As we'll see, there is a better way for a government to get money. Simply issue it without debt for the benefit of all citizens equally.
When you hear what I've got to say, I'm sure you might want to turn your head the other way. But if you dare trip with me, I will take you on a ride. You will see just how you can prevent genocide. Everything you think you own has been lent to you by a predator with a monopoly on terror. There is no competitor. America's a debtor nation getting debtor. Supine to its sovereign. You cannot audit your creditor. They ship the drugs and run the prisons, etc. You can't find one mainstream newspaper editor. If you get upset, who you gonna write a letter to? Your congressman has been vetted, and so has your senator. The inventors of this creature are fortuitous. They've owned you all from birth for centuries. Ain't nothing new to this. The truth is just too illustrious and luminous for folks to know who they can trust and who Lucius is, or any other Rockefeller Foundation. 1,000 points of light, non-governmental organization. All that tyranny could be summarily dead in one fell swoop if you end the Fed. End the Fed. That's what I said. End the Fed. End the Fed. That's what I said. End the Fed. The Federal Reserve is a monster, and you'd be foolish to think their main goal is not to conquer. Your mindset, slave, don't ever forget, slave. You have just been turned into a bona fide debt slave. Officially, when you take the real route, there was a banker takeover, fuck a bailout. They got the public clamoring to stick their tail out. This is admiralty law, they rob you then they sail out. Ain't nothing new, eventually you'll see the cinema. They had this movie rolling centuries, if not millennia. No wonder why they wanna censor me, cause I get into ya. Been the treasury to let you see it needs an enema. The dollar's dead and now they nickel and they dime you. That was manufactured in a lab like the swine flu. Cast your vote today to kill the plague. These motherfuckers should be sentenced to death at the Hague. End the Fed. End the Fed. Yeah. End the Fed. That's what I said. End the Fed. Greenspan, what a maestro. Vacationing in Hades, he really has a nice glow. His money created what people call culture, carrying on the same traditions as Paul Volcker. It's so fun, why the hell it got the end? All these monetary funds, we still got a lot to lend. Let me take a little glance at my teleprompter friend. He could tell me what the ass Mr. Helicopter been. He's dropping dollar bills from the sky to offshore banks who like to fly. We got a candidate, he's very polished. NAFTA and GATT, all that will be abolished. Please disregard whatever you heard on your corporate television. It's forever absurd. Obama's got a lot of devils to serve, and they're all affiliated with the Federal Reserve. They're the Fed. They own your body. This is true indeed. They got you buying worthless things you do not need. Everything we see happening is everything they said. We will not be sovereign until we go ahead and the Fed, and the Fed, and the Fed. One more time, one more time. And the Fed. That's what I said. And the Fed. Yeah. And the Fed. That's what I said. And the Fed.
And who got the money?
Hundreds and hundreds of banks, any bank or that has access to the U.S. Federal Reserve's
They
discount.
tell us who they are.
No.
Our government should never go into debt. It doesn't need to go into debt. A government can issue the money it needs.